Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers. The team members of the favourites will probably manage the time gaps in order to fight for victory on the final climb. It will be difficult for us to influence the outcome. Good race to you all!
Hello everyone, the stage that is served up today reminds us of the great classics of cycling. The reason is that the finish is atop the renowned Mur de Huy, traditional decider of the Flèche Wallonne, with its sections at close to 20%. Certainly one of the toughest kilometers in cycling ever.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack. They're stepping on the pedal behind. The riders will almost cross Belgium from north to south on this stage. There are few difficulties, but at the end there is plenty to chew on, with a sequence of the Côte d'Ereth, the Mur Saint-Léonard and the Mur de Huy in less than 20 kilometers.
If they merge, it will make too big of a breakaway. The peloton prefers to ride and claw back those in front. Don't let the counterattack catch up.
He's a very good puncher who also rides very well on the flat.
He's got his teammates riding because a rider who's dangerous for the stage victory has broken away.
The mountains really aren't his thing. He's more of a puncher ruler with a good finish, if in a small group.
His teammates are already supplying the pace to finish in a sprint. The breakaway is forewarned.
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
He's a rider who can put in a long day's ride. He has no real strengths or weaknesses except the mountains. Both puncher and rouleur, he can rely on his pace if he reaches the finish in a small group. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's primarily a teammate rouleur, even if he's not too bad on a sprint. If he wants to take points for the polka dot jersey, he must break away. A good rouleur, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents. He's one of the rouleurs with a good top speed, able to do well on the hilly stages. The intermediate sprint is approaching. The sprinters are likely to give it their all, as this will be their only opportunity to gain points today.
You're approaching the intermediate sprint. He too seems interested in the stage win. His teammates are also riding hard. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me if something happens.
The first climb of the day is classified as fourth category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. Here's the positions over the last climb. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. Another 20 kilometers for the lead riders. They're going to have to join forces to try to hold off the return of the peloton. But their chances of fighting it out for the stage victory seem very slim. The riders are on to the Côte d'Aref, a fourth category climb that is 2 kilometers long.
Okay, we'll relay hard. I'll make a big effort on the relay. Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist. Here's the positions over the last climb. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
I'll go full out on the relay. I'll make a big effort on the relay. I'll go full out on the relay. Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The Mur Saint-Léonard. It's a little more than 1 kilometre with sections at around 14%. A first opportunity to whittle away a few riders before the Mur de Huy, the foot of which is less than 5 kilometres after the summit.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist. I'll go full out on the relay. I'll go full out on the relay. I'll make a big effort on the relay.
The riders will be able to take a short breather on the way down. However, they will have to stay well placed if they hope to win at the top of the Mur de Huy with its sections at nearly 20%.
The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way, lads. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers. He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Another 500 metres and the riders will turn right and begin the ascent of the Mur de Huy.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race."
The breakaway is at the red pennant. It shouldn't be able to hold off the peloton.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter. We'll have other chances to do better. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more...
Hello everyone. The long road to Nancy will require that sprinters aiming for another notch on their handlebars will have to ensure that teammates make their contribution. A detour will be made via Verdun in tribute to those who fell during the Great War. The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops.
Difficult to predict how today will go. Fighters have a real chance to put pressure on the sprinters because of the climbs in the last 25 kilometers. Moreover, we can expect a puncher to make more of the circumstances than a pure sprinter.
His teammates are accelerating. He's no doubt asked them to reel in the counterattack to avoid too big a breakaway. Virtually, he takes the lead of the overall standings.
Okay, I'll protect him. Okay, I'll protect him.
Guys, at the beginning of this tour, the sprinters will not allow breakaways. If there are more than 5 or 6 riders in front, the sprinters will get their teammates to ride.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees. He's trying to escape. Attack at the head of the peloton.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The yellow jersey has got his team riding early to manage the time gap. Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
Okay, I'll protect him.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints.
It looks like you've got an exit slip from the peloton. It's riding quietly.
Ranked 4th category, the next King of the Mountain Summit will earn 1 point for the rider who's in front at the top. He's a ruler who's not too bad in a sprint if he finishes as part of a small group. On the other hand, short climbs are not at all to his liking.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
A good ruler, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents. He's a solid rider in the mountains and on the flat, perfect to support a leader.
He's asked his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint.
He's a very good puncher who also rides very well on the flat. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. A good puncher and a good ruler. He must finish alone in order to win, because the sprint is a real weakness with him. If he wants to take points for the polka dot jersey, he must break away. Here's a pure ruler. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It will be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own. He's after the points classification.
Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. You're 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Allez les gars, continue. Courage, continue. Allez les gars. Keep pushing. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez les gars. Bravo les gars.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Haltet euch rein! Continue! Courage! Weiter, Jungen! Haltet euch rein! Da kommt sie! Und alle, Digga! Haut rein, Leute!
Puncture! Puncture! No, just kidding. It was to wake up the mechanic. Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton. The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
The intermediate sprint is over a slight uphill false flat. It will pay not to step on the pedal too soon. The peloton is 1 minute away. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey. Another left-hand bend and the leading riders will be at the foot of the last climb. There's 1 point to be picked up at the top.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
Allez les gars, courez! Allez les gars!
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Okay, I'll follow any attacks.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. Kilometers. You'll have trouble seeing it through to the end.
There's still one short climb to cross. The breakaway riders will be able to fight for victory here. There will be only 7 kilometers left after the summit.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
There's still one short climb to cross. There are no points, but it's ideal to make life difficult for the sprinters. At the top, there will only be 7 kilometers left.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
There's movement at the head of the peloton.
Okay, I'll consume the feed.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
I'll go full out on the relay.
Last kilometer. Don't look back. The peloton is right behind you. If you continue at this rate, you'll explode.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers. It may be worth slipping into the early breakaway, because if we pick up in...
Hello everyone, it's a real roller coaster of a stage that awaits the riders today. There may be no climb above a category 2, but riders will still have to stay alert. The succession of mountain passes could well be a test for those with sore legs.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack. There's a tough start to the stage. The riders begin almost at the foot of the Col de la Schlucht, classified second category. There will already be 5 points to be had for the first over the top. The breakaway didn't get far. Watch out for counter moves. Attempt at a breakaway. He's trying to set up a counter-attack.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. Change of leader in the overall youth standing.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up. The riders won't immediately drop into a descent after the summit. Some might take the opportunity to try their luck.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. The yellow jersey has got his team riding early to manage the time gap. You've just taken the top spot of the climber standings. That's good. Keep it up. You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints.
Hop, hop, hop!
You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up.
He's a very good puncher who also rides very well on the flat. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's after the points classification.
Bravo les gars! Lâchez rien! Allez, 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 allez! Allez, allez! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Go!
He's attempting to get out of the peloton.
Continuez, fonce, fonce! Allez, go, go, go! Allez, on y va!
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Les Français sont...
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Bravo les gars! Allez! Bravo!
Time gap stabilized.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Allez! Allez! Allez, vas-y!
Plus vite, plus vite. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go! Vas-y, fonce!
It's the Yellow Jerseys team that's taking on the chase of the breakaway.
The next climb is classified as third category. It's the Col du Linge. 2 points and 1 point at the top.
Allez les gars, courage! Continue comme ça!
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have TeamCom.
Allez les gars, courage!
The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Les voilà! Les Français sont avec vous! Allez plus vite!
The leaders are beginning the descent. The first part isn't complicated, but the finish requires more concentration so as not to be taken by surprise.
Come on! Continue les gars! Allez les gars!
In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings. gone down. His teammates will no doubt wait for him. It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced. He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
Allez, courage les gars.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The next two climbs are pretty much clones, short, steep and classified as second category. There will be 5, 3, 2 and 1 point to be taken for the first 5 riders at the next King of the Mountains summit.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton. You have 30 seconds on the peloton. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Okay, I'll protect him.
The head of the race is starting a new climb.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
The next king of the mountain summit will bring 5 points to the rider who is first over the top.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Breakaway over.
Continuez comme ça.
He's the new leader of the overall youth standings. The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
10 kilometers left, and there's one remaining difficulty for the riders. Although it doesn't count towards the mountain classification, with its 5-kilometer slope at an average of 4%, it could be decisive for the stage win.
10 kilometers from the finish, guys. Stay well placed to be able to tackle for the final short climb in a good position.
Final difficulty. Victory should be played out here.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
Attack! No need to ask questions. Only 5 kilometers left before the name of today's winner is known. Given the race profile, it is more than likely to be a sprinter who writes his name in the annals.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a grouped finish.
Attack! No need to ask questions. He's trying to get out. Watch out!
I'll go full out on the relay. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Breakaway over. The red pennant. And the sprint is on.
Last kilometer. Come on, guys!
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the polka dot jersey of this stage. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We take the... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. It's also important for our polka dot jersey. It's under threat from other riders, and it'll be important to keep an eye on them. The best solution is to pick up points to consolidate our jersey. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. With 4 mountain passes on today's programme, this alpine stage promises to be ideal terrain for climbers.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
The riders have just set off, but the first climb is already here. The Col de Tanier, almost 10 kilometres at an average of 6%. No one can afford a stutter when the others put their foot down. The mountains don't scare him. He's already trying to escape. New attack behind.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
He's a good climber, but he can also ride fast on the flat. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's a good climber puncher over any kind of obstacle.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the...
He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well.
Don't waste too much energy now. His teammates are hunting down the counterattack. His teammates are riding hard. He must find the situation dangerous with so many riders who've broken away.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Okay, I'll follow any attacks.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
The front runners are 10 kilometers from the first intermediate sprint.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
His teammates are riding hard. He must find the situation dangerous with so many riders who've broken away. The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint.
I'll go full out on the relay.
A good ruler with not too bad a punch. He should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint.
You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
The Col de la Forclaz is looming for the men at the front. With its 8 kilometers at 8%, it's likely that the weaker climbers will start showing signs of fatigue.
The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap.
There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the rider who's first over the top of the next climb.
Grandissima vittoria! Allez, courage! Non mollare, continua così! Continue comme ça! Bravo! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Les voilà!
Change at the top of the provisional general standings. The leaders' team will have to make its mark.
Allez les gars!
Los, marcio! Più veloce, non mollare!
The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Più veloce! Non mollare! Dai! Sei un mito! Bravo! Vai! Forza! Allez les gars! Faster! Vieni duro! Coraggio, dai! Vai! Sei un mito! Sei un mito! Vai!
We've taken control of the overall standings. Great stuff. Keep it up.
Allez les gars, courage! Vite! Plus vite! Bravo les gars! Sei più figo! Sei più figo!
Well done. You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars.
You're the biggest threat to the yellow jersey at the front of the race.
Les voilà.
Allez les gars.
The riders are about to attack the third pass on today's menu, the Col de l'Épine. 6.7 kilometers with an average slope of 7%.
You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
Allez les gars. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars.
Allez les Français! Allez! Forza ragazzi!
Sei un mito.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Allez Nicolas.
Well done! You took the last...
Another acceleration.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Okay, I'll protect him.
And it's off for the climb of the Croix Free. Classified as first category, there will be a maximum of 10 extra points to be gained for the climber standings. Watch out, there's an attack.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Watch out, there's an attack.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Another 5 kilometers and the leading riders will compete for the mountain points.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Watch out, there's an attack.
Okay, I'll consume a speed.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out. Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
Continuez comme ça.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Bravo les gars! Allez les gars, coureurs, ça va! Allez les gars! Ah!
There's an attack. Stay alert.
Come on. 5 kilometers. You can do it.
Continuez comme ça.
Here comes the red pennant.
This is the last kilometer. Go, go. One more effort. Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
we can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the green jersey of this stage. Let's hope for his sake that he is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. We take the green jersey. It's a good day. It's the final stage, guys. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. We'll have to keep awake for the polka dot jersey. There are enough points at stake for us to lose first place. Be on your guard. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys!
Okay, I'll protect him.
He's able to get a result alone or by taking the sprint in a small breakaway group. To sum up, a very versatile rider. The mountains don't scare him. He's already trying to escape.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front.
30 seconds lead. The breakaway can't widen the gap.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind. His teammates are riding hard. He must find the situation dangerous with so many riders who've broken away.
One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He's a good climber.
Allez les gars, courage!
He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs. He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains.
Keep pushing!
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Mitico!
Dai, forza! Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Dai!
Dai, sei un mito!
Dai! Allez les gars! Non molla! Bravo les gars! Comme ça! Allez les gars! On y va! Sei il migliore!
Allez, c'est bien, continue! Allez les gars!
Allez les gars! Courage! Allez les gars! On continue comme ça!
Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Lâchez rien!
Non mollate!
Allez les gars! Continue les gars! Bravo les gars!
Gli italiani sono i più forti!
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
Bravi ragazzi! Dai, forza! Vai!
Mitico!
Keep going!
Attack at the head of the peloton. He cuts loose from the peloton to score climber points.
Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings.
The chaussee descent is long and relatively dangerous. Riders will have to be careful if they don't want to fall.
You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey. His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings. The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com.
The gap isn't changing much.
You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
You have 30 seconds lead on the yellow jersey. You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done. There's a big gap to the breakaway.
The riders up front have a 1 minute lead on the favourites group.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads. For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey. I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
The front runners are halfway up. They will soon be facing the most torturous percentages of the crud fair.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The yellow jerseys just joined up with the lead group.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist. Okay, we'll consume a feed. Understood. I'll take it easy whatever happens.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey. You have 30 seconds lead on the yellow jersey.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Whoever's first at the top will earn 25 extra points for the polka dot jersey.
Come on, come!
You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you. He's the new leader of the overall youth standings. Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end. Only 2 kilometers left for the lead riders. No one has yet gained an advantage over his rivals. This should come down to a sprint.
Change of leader in the overall youth standings. The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the green jersey of this stage. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more.
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all! We finish with the green jersey. It's great. You managed the sprints really well. Well done to all of you. Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage.